Hey everybody, it's Natasha from Mystic Wisdom and Treasures here on YouTube. We're back again today for another pick a card reading. Today we are going to be finding out from our spirit guides and guardian angels why people fall in love with you. Before we get started, I would like you to take a few moments to really ground yourself, call in your spirit guides and guardian angels to protect your energy and help guide you to the pile that contains the information for your highest good in regards to why people fall in love with you. So be sure to take a few deep breaths, really calm, center yourself, ground yourself. You can meditate before we begin. And when you're ready, let's get started. So for today, we have 4 groups of cards. We have group number 1 with the Amazonite. Group number 2 with the pink Amethyst. Group number 3 with the Rutilated Quartz. And group number 4 with the Astrophyllite. You can take a few moments to pause the video and really focus on the cards or meditate on the cards until you feel ready, and go with your intuition on what you feel the most drawn to. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly okay. You can check however many piles out as much as you feel drawn to. And without further ado, let's get started. Hi, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. So let's find out from our spirit guides and guardian angels why people fall in love with you. For those of you who chose the Amazonite crystal, let's begin. Alright, so for your oracle cards today, we have Inner Wellspring, Embracing Change, Aphrodite, and for your tarot cards today, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Star. Okay, so for you, pile number 1, the first thing that I feel when I'm looking at these cards is that you are somebody that's not afraid to be alone. You come off as somebody that is not afraid to be alone to other people, to potential mates, to potential partners. You come off as somebody who has a lot of feminine power, and you could be male or female watching this. Just take what resonates with you and leave out what does not. But I'm feeling for many of you who are watching this, I feel that you have this feminine independence about you, and I feel like you are not somebody that's afraid to nurture your soul, to nurture yourself. I feel for somebody watching this, what really draws people to you, what people really fall for about you is the sense of independence that you have, the sense of being able to take care of your own matters, your own needs. You are probably a very hard worker. I see you as somebody who's also likely financially independent for some of you, or you're somebody that makes abundance with their hands. You could be very creative, you could have your own business. This could go many different ways, or you could have your own place. I see you being somebody that's not afraid to be alone. I see, like, when people look at you, they see this energy that it's like you're standing by yourself and you're fully embracing yourself, and people can feel this energy about you that you are completely comfortable with yourself. And a lot of a lot of people find this very attractive about you. If you're going to be with somebody, it's because you want to be with them, not because you need to be with them. I see you as somebody that's very independent, like I said, and full of self love. You radiate self love, the self nurturance. You're probably somebody that takes care of your appearance really well. Somebody that is not afraid to take initiative, who's not afraid to stand alone. And I feel people see you as someone who's very confident in this way. Somebody who's very centered and grounded in who they are. And that's a trait that really a lot of people feel allured to about you. There's this sense of calm, this sense of self-love. Yes, so right here, this goes along with what I'm saying too with the inner wellspring. I have an inner wellspring of love that luxuriously overflows with abundance. So your love is very strong. Your love is, your presence is very warm. People look at you as somebody who's very attractive in both your physical appearance and the energy that you give off. I feel like you're somebody who has a lot of loving energy in your heart. You're somebody that has this sense of calm about you, this sense of nurturance about you, this sense of love, this sense of warmth. There's a seductive quality to that too that people really are attracted to about you. They really love about you. They see you as somebody who isn't going to use them for what they have, because you're somebody who can get what you want on your own. I feel like you're somebody that's already comfortable in your own skin. You don't need somebody else's whatever they have, whether this is money or whatever that means. People see you as being this figure of both warmth and independence, putting those two together in a loving and confident way. And this is an energy that just radiates from you. There's a lot of divine feminine energy here. And again, it could be male or female. This is just what I'm getting from the energy of the cards. You're somebody who has the sense of calmness, the sense of nurturance, the sense of healing. I feel like you heal others. You heal others whether they are whoever. They can be human. You're good to animals likely too. You just have this warmth about you, this healing energy to your love, and it just radiates. And people see that and it warms their own hearts. Yes, this is somebody with like goddess like energy. Again, male or female. Maybe we can just switch the genders here to take what resonates with you, or it doesn't have to be any gender specific, but this is really the energy I'm getting. It's like they see you as a person that stands in their own power, who is their own authority, but there's this huge sense of kindness about it. And I feel like you're probably somebody that has really good boundaries. You built up really good boundaries in a loving way, and people really admire and respect that about you. There's going to be people who try to take advantage of this, and I'm getting the feeling for someone who's watching this, there's somebody that you're either with or who's romantically interested in you that doesn't like other people stepping over your boundaries. They see other people doing it and they really admire you, and they don't like it when somebody disrespects you, when somebody belittles you, because there's so many beautiful qualities about you, and you are beautiful or handsome inside and out. You're somebody that radiates this golden energy from your heart. And I feel like you attract a lot of abundance. I feel like you might be somebody who is pretty busy and has their own things going on. Somebody who has a bright, optimistic personality. I'm feeling kind of like this Queen of Wands energy here, too. I just see you being somebody who maybe even works for themselves or just is extremely independent, and you're somebody that a lot of people respect. A lot of people admire you. You get a lot of attention, and whether you know this or not. Yes, everywhere you go, it's like abundance follows, and this doesn't necessarily have to be financial abundance. I'm just feeling that energy about you. A lot of people are attracted to you. You have this beautiful Aphrodite like presence to you. The goddess of love, the goddess of beauty, the goddess of fertility, really. And people see you as this nurturing, calm, really centered in your own power, centered in yourself. Somebody who's very strong, somebody who doesn't need anybody else, and that just makes you even more attractive to other people. The fact that you are able to depend on yourself, the fact that you're so confident, and it's not even in like a cocky kind of way. It just radiates from you that you're comfortable in your own skin. You have this strong Venus like energy. Venus is the Roman counterpart to Aphrodite, but I'm really sensing it's like you walk into the room and all eyes are on you, not just because of your physical appearance, but because of the energy. You're somebody who's been through a lot, and this is not withered away at you like your character. It's only built you stronger. And yes, that may have left scars on your heart. Yes, maybe it still affects you sometimes, but I'm really sensing that it has made you into a person with more character, with more, even more warmth about them. I'm really like, when I look at the Nine of Pentacles and I feel the energy of this, it's like you're the sunflower in the middle of winter that's standing tall. This warmth, you're like, you light up the room, and people just feel good. Your presence makes people smile, and this is what people really love and admire about you. This is why people fall in love with you. It's just this kindness that you have, this nurturance, this ability to nurture yourself, and it rubs off on other people. And in loving yourself, other people see that and feel that, and they just love you all the more for it because it makes you even more attractive to them. With the a lot of water energy here and the way it's flowing out of the pictures, I'm getting the sense that you're, again, somebody very nurturing, somebody very loving, somebody who loves to give, but you also give to yourself. It's like here she's pouring out one cup, but I'm getting the sense and the energy of this. It's like she's also filling up her own, and it's like you love to love. You love to give love. You love to be loved. You just radiate this. You're a magnet for this. And it's like you are made of love. You're made of care. People really love your caring heart. You're somebody that people don't easily forget. All right, that's all I have for you, pile number one. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, remember to subscribe to my channel, give my video a thumbs up, and comment down below. I love hearing what you have to say. All right, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's find out from our spirit guides and guardian angels why people fall in love with you. For those of you who chose the pink amethyst crystal, let's see what the cards have to say for you. So for your oracle cards, we have Soul's Truth, In the Flow, and Freya. For your tarot cards, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Okay, so the first thing that I'm feeling from the energy of these cards is, especially like looking at this card and this card, but I feel like whoever chose this pile has a really good sense of humor. I feel like people fall in love with you. One of the many reasons people fall in love with you is because of this humor that you have. You put people in laughter. You make people laugh. I feel like you take the ease off of life. Being around you, people are laughing, and it's like they forget their problems, and people really love that about you. You are somebody I feel that's not afraid to take the initiative with the Freya card. I also feel that from the Seven of Pentacles here. I feel like you're probably the kind of person who's not afraid to go after what they want and who they want. I feel like you are a very charming person, and people love the way that you're not afraid to take the initiative. You're not afraid to be bold and take the first step with them. The way that the man is looking out here, looking, and he has his head on his hands. It's almost like this sense of you make people feel adored. You charm the pants off of people. I'm really feeling like that. I'm feeling that you're not afraid to be bold and take risks. You're not afraid to chase after the people that you want. I feel that you're very funny, very charming. You take the initiative. I feel like you probably like to spoil the people you're with. You like to take people on dates. You like to make people feel special. I feel like you really like to point out and voice what you love or like about somebody, and it makes you all the more charming. And you have this strong physique to you. I'm also feeling you're someone that's very attractive. I'm also getting from spirit somebody that has this sharp wit to you, somebody very funny, somebody who prefers to keep things funny and make people smile. I feel that you're somebody who's extremely charismatic. I also feel that there's a bit of edge to you as well that a lot of people love and like and find attractive to you. You have this edge, you have this sharp wit to you. You're somebody who's probably very outspoken and bold, someone who's not afraid to make the first move, somebody who at the same time has their own sense of independence too. And it's almost like this push and pull, but not in a bad way. Like, you leave people wanting more. They get the attention from you, and then it's like they want more from you. They can't stop thinking about you. You just have this alluring charm to you. People find your humor very attractive. The way that you're not afraid to woo somebody and really go after what it is that you want. You have this strong boldness about you. Somebody I also feel that's very adventurous from the Two of Wands. And also with the Freya, where it says, unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. I feel like you're somebody that also reminds people to be this way. And being with you is an adventure. Being around you is an adventure. You probably have a lot of admirers, and whoever is with you is very lucky, I'm hearing. My friend Spirit. Yes, maybe you're somebody that likes to go hiking or go on many adventures. So you're like, it feels like you're somebody who likes to keep things moving. You like to keep moving. I also feel, on a side note here, this is something that I'm kind of picking up from the cards, is yes, you have this outer charisma about you and this humor and this sharp wit and this charmingness, this charm about you. But I'm also feel you're really good at masking some of the harder emotions. But you have this magnetism about you that really lures people in, and this charm, this this extremely charming quality to you, where you're not afraid to go after what you want. And it's like, if you look at somebody, it's like you give them the sense that your eyes are only on them, and there's this charm about it. Like, that's really the energy I'm getting from you in this pile. Is you're extremely charming, and yes, you it makes me laugh a little, because it's like, you know how to go about this too. I feel like you've been with a lot of people for some of you, but it's like you look at somebody in a way where they feel like they're the only man or woman in the room. It doesn't have to be gender specific, whatever resonates with you. It's like you have this sense of dropping everything to make this person, or make the people of your interest, feel like they're the center of the universe. And then you also, when you're gone, it's like you can also easily detach in this way. Like, I'm hearing you know how to keep things separate, whatever that means. But it's like the way that you go about this makes people want to chase you. It's like you're the one that took the initiative, but you leave them wanting more. You leave them in a way that it's almost like they start chasing you and they want more from you. People find you extremely attractive, especially for your personality and your charm, for your adventurous spirit, definitely. And also for some of you, the edge that you have. People sense this edge about you, and it lures them to you. It makes you like a magnet to other people. You're somebody that's very bold and charismatic and funny, and at the same time, it's like you're keeping the energy in the room fun and funny, and you have this offbeat quality, and you're not a very forgettable person at all. But you have this quality where you also, it's like your eyes. There's something about your eyes I'm really getting from this energy. There's really something about your eyes. Maybe you have very piercing eyes, or soul piercing eyes. You make people feel seen. You make people feel like you're staring into their soul. It's like you have this humorous nature to you, but at the same time, it's like there's also the sense that you're looking at their soul. There's so much depth to you in this way, and for a lot of people that might feel like kind of a mystery, because they don't really know what's really going on until maybe they get in deeper with you. But you have this magnetism, this charm, this confidence, this boldness, this risky spirit to you that really lures people in, especially You're extremely adventurous, yes, and people love that. This is why people fall in love with you. It's your personality, your adventurous soul, how charming you are, how magnetizing you are. I'm seriously feeling like whoever chose this must have very deep eyes. And that's something like that stands out for many of the people, for all of the people that are in love with you or have been in love with you or have felt captivated by you. There's something special about your eyes. It's like you're not afraid to take the first move, to take the initiative, to take risks, to be the one to make a first move on somebody, even if it's risky. You just have this certain confidence to you to follow through with it. You don't let fear hold you back. And people love your personality. People fall in love with you for the way that you take the initiative, for your boldness, for how magnetizing you are, and the way you make them feel like they're the only person in the room. You're a very intoxicating person. I'm really getting that. It's like almost like you, in a figurative way, it's like you put your spell on somebody. You have this charm. Yeah. Adventurous soul. I'm getting from spirit that you don't leave people's minds. you are unforgettable. And again, it's like you captivate people. You put your spell on people. And it's like you stare at them and it plants a seed inside them to where they just are intoxicated by you. Alright, that's all I have for you, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel, leave me a thumbs up, and comment down below. You can also click on the notification bell to stay up to date with any new content when it gets released. Thank you so much for taking the time to come watch my video. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day, guys. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. For those of you who chose the Rutilated Quartz, let's find out from your spirit guides and guardian angels why people fall in love with you. For your oracle cards today, we have my creative power, being with discomfort, and unconditional love. For your tarot cards today, we have the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. Okay, so the first thing that comes to me looking at these cards is I'm seeing a lot of water energy. I feel it within the creative power card, the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. Cups in tarot is like ruled by the element of water, basically. Water energy is all about diving deep into our emotions, into our intuitive abilities, into our creativity, and a lot of depth. I'm feeling like you're looking, okay, Spirit's really showing me right now that you're a really good listener. You're somebody who's very empathetic, and I want to point this out here with the creative power and the 4 of Cups. Notice how both the mermaid and this woman have their hands on their faces. And in this card, she's really looking at the boy here. So what I'm feeling this means is you're somebody who's a very good listener. And people see you as somebody who's a very good listener. Somebody that makes them feel heard. I feel like you're not the kind of person to overtalk, or I feel like you probably enjoy listening more or feel more comfortable with listening than talking about yourself. Yeah, there's this empathetic nature about you and the unconditional love, and I'm feeling that within the gaze of being in with the gaze here of this card. Yeah, your heart is something that people notice and they fall in love with you. I'm really getting that, especially with all this water energy. I'm feeling you're somebody very empathetic. Yes, there's a very like water like presence to you, water energy presence. Somebody who may enjoy their solitude, who is a very supportive person, somebody who has a very deep soul, a very good listener. People come to you for advice a lot, most likely. You have also a very creative mind. I also feel like if somebody goes to you, you can see all the possibilities in their situation or to help them. I feel like you're somebody that's very nurturing this way. I feel like you're somebody that's there. You're like somebody's guardian angel almost in a way. And this is one of the things that people fall in love with about you is this empathetic spirit that you have, this listening quality that you have. You're somebody that's a really good listener and somebody that really makes people feel heard and somebody with a lot of emotional depth, but I'm feeling like you're very kind. You're a very positive person. There's this sense of calm I'm getting right now. So, what I'm feeling that means is that you're somebody that makes other people feel calm. When you look at them, it puts other people at ease. You're somebody that likes to be of service to other people. And feeling with the way that she is holding what looks like a cup at her heart area, and she's smiling, and yeah, especially with all of the cups cards here. You have three cup cards, and yeah, there's definitely this sense of you listen more than you talk. I'm definitely getting that. And I feel like you're also somebody who's probably very protective over the people that they love, very protective over their partners. Um, Somebody who watches out for other people, and this is something that they love about you, especially the fact that you listen to people. You really take the time to listen. You take the time to support people. You are somebody that probably checks in on somebody and just to make sure they're doing okay. You make people's feelings heard. Um, yeah, in their time of need. I'm feeling that with this being with discomfort card here too, because it's like you have this calm sense about you when somebody else is feeling in chaos, and it's like that rubs off on them and it makes them feel calm. Like you being there, you listening, you sitting down with them, puts them at ease. It makes them feel really heard, and after they're done talking to you, I feel them having like this weight lifted off of them, feeling refreshed, and there's a sense of patience about you. This is one of your really good qualities, and people really love that about you. Somebody who's very starry minded, somebody very creative with the Eight of Cups card. So, with all this water energy here that I'm getting, and also look, the moon shows up in both of these cards. So, you're probably somebody that has a lot of lunar like qualities to you. Somebody who feels relaxed by themselves, when they get their alone time, the sense of peace and um, finding peace in the simple things, and people really respect that and admire that about you. Somebody who sees all the possibilities, somebody with a very kind, nurturing, and loving heart. Yeah, definitely. Um, there's a sense that you're the kind of person you probably tell people, I will always be there for you. That's what I'm hearing. And you really mean it when you say it. And it's with all this water energy card, it almost feels like the water is also coming from the other people or the other person. And it's like you kind of put them in the sense of balance just by listening. I feel like there's something very healing about the way that you listen. I also feel this, like I said before, and I'll say it again, this lunar like quality of you, this magical quality about you. There's something very mystical about you. I'm also getting like these mermaid kind of vibes too. Like it's maybe somebody who's very artistic or musical or loves music or has this musical quality about them, this peaceful energy, this silent grace. I feel like you're somebody with a very colorful mind, definitely. Again, makes people feel heard, makes people feel nurtured. Somebody that sees all the possibilities, and it's like people can come to you for sound advice if they want advice, and you make other people feel taken care of. You like to be of service to other people and your partners. Yes, so they feel like you are the solid figure in their life. Like, when I say that, what I mean is that you're always going to be there for them, and they know you mean it, and you show this in your words, in your actions, in your presence. Like, I feel like people trust you for this. Also feel like you might have a really soft or beautiful voice. Um, Maybe it's the way you talk, or maybe like this beautiful, soft singing voice for some of you. But there's something special about your voice, and there's a silent grace about you, and caring eyes, very caring eyes, I'm picking up. Yeah, somebody who's there for people in thick and thin, and this is something like that people really love about you. I feel again like this is something that builds a lot of trust with people for you. You're probably somebody who, even if you're an introvert, you might have quite a few friends for this reason, but people see you as somebody that they, maybe marriage is for you, maybe it's not. Just reading what I'm getting from this, you're the kind of person somebody wants to settle down with. Like, they look at you and it's like they want that permanent bond with you. Like that one and only kind of feeling. They look at you like that, and maybe that's how you are too. For some of you. Creative, very imaginative. It's almost like this Pisces like energy, whether you're a Pisces or not. This depth, this imagination, this empathetic nature. Somebody that calms storms. Somebody that gives people clarity in those storms. And you truly give them that clarity. You're somebody, it's like you have all the answers to problems. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. That's how you make people feel. There's a very loving energy here to this. very nurturing, very protective, and it's like you definitely take the time out of your day to see how people are doing and really, really check on them and really care about them. I see you as somebody whose thoughts run very deep. Yeah, there's this dreamy like quality to you that people love. This caring, this artistic, this especially I'm hearing imaginative nature to you. And there's also the fact that you make people feel heard. Alright, that's all I have for you, pile number 3. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are new, and leave me a comment down below. You can also click on the notification bell to stay up to date with any new content when it gets released. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by and watch my video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hello, pile number 4, our final pile for those of you who chose the Astrophyllite crystal. Welcome to your reading. Let's find out from your spirit guides and guardian angels why people fall in love with you. Okay, so for your oracle cards today, we have surrendering, inner guidance system, and boundaries. For your tarot cards, we have the King of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Empress, and the Emperor. So for the other piles, I selected 3 cards for each of them, but for you, pile number 4, an extra one came out and I decided to have 4 for you. So let's get started here. So the first thing that really comes to me is I feel like you're somebody with a very sharp mind, from the boundaries card, from the King of Swords, and from the Emperor. I'm really feeling too, like, with both the inner guidance system and the surrendering card, it's like you gather your thoughts deeply, you consider all the possibilities of a situation, and you make solid decisions based upon that. I feel like people really trust your decisions with the boundaries card here too, and they know that they can come to you if they need any help finding like what is the best, especially if it's an objective decision. I feel like you may not be afraid of making that objective decision. I feel like you really look at things from a higher perspective, definitely, because within these cards, it's like I really feel you going deep within, really considering all the thoughts and putting aside whatever emotions there are to really see this from a higher perspective. And even if it's a tough decision, I feel that you come out of it making clear, sound judgments. I feel like you're somebody that also respects themselves a lot too with this boundaries card here. I feel like you're the kind of person, again, like people trust your decisions. With the King of Swords card here, it really makes me think of somebody who makes logical, objective decisions. Somebody who's really put the time and thought into everything, into their thoughts. Well, that's kind of a broad statement. What I mean is, like, you consider all the options, all the possibilities, all the scenarios, and you take the time to make decisions, and when you make a decision, it's like you really put it down and you mean it, and it's a sound decision. I feel like you're the kind of person people can come to for advice as well. They really trust. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. They really trust your judgments on situations or things, or if they ever need help, or they come to you if they need to know how to do something, or if they need input from anybody. You're the person they go to, and I really feel like that makes you a solid, strong figure in their life. And they trust your judgment and your judgment calls, and a lot of people might prefer for you to be the one to take the lead in this way. I also feel like you're the kind of person, having the Empress and the Ace of Cups and boundaries here. I'm really sensing that not only are your boundaries good, but I'm feeling like you rub off on other people in this way. Like, you help other people set those boundaries. You help other people get clarity. Okay, let me fix myself. Yeah, you have a very strong mind. People see this and they admire it about you. They, again, really trust your judgment calls, the ability you have to see things from a higher perspective. I also feel like you have a lot of deep knowledge. You're somebody who's extremely intellectual, somebody who's a deep thinker, somebody who, it's like the cerebral mind that you have. You can set aside your emotions to make a clear and sound judgment, whereas there might be people around you who don't feel like they can do that. That doesn't necessarily mean everybody, but I feel like for people that may lack this certain quality in them, they may be drawn to you for this reason, Spirit is saying, because they see you as somebody clear, solid, and strong, and they see your thoughts as very valid, your decisions as very valid, your opinions are important to them. They think that you come from a very rational or logical perspective where you've considered all the outcomes and decisions, and once you make a decision, it seems like it's final for some of you watching this, and that draws people to you because, again, you're like this strong, solid force, this sense of clarity. Being around you for people fall in love with you because of this, because you make people feel more clear. You are, okay, so you're like their voice of reason. And especially in difficult situations, they know that they can always come to you. Especially if they're not feeling in a place to make a decision. If they're not clear on a decision, or they have their emotions weighing heavily on them, I'm really feeling like for many of you who chose this pile, like people are drawn to you, and especially because the fact that you're such a solid force and they feel safe around you, it makes them feel more solid being around you. So you may attract people who don't necessarily feel this sense of clarity within themselves, or people that may be more emotional than you for some of you. Somebody, again, with a very strong mind, somebody who has a lot of knowledge. You may be somebody who's very interested in the occult as well, or finding out secret truths. I'm feeling from the Emperor card. You're somebody who has very strong boundaries. I want to point this out here. Yes, an extremely strong mind. Yes. Wow. Someone very smart. People fall in love with you because one of the reasons they fall in love with you is because you are very smart. They fall in love with your mind. I'm really getting that. You have a very smart, intellectual, sharp mind. You're someone very, very smart. Maybe you provide like that sense of temperance, like the temperance card, and balance in that way to people too. You help people see things from a higher perspective. I'm getting very cerebral mind, especially looking at these two cards. Very cerebral mind. You may be somebody who's very interested in the cosmos, things like the stars, secrets of the universe. I'm getting secrets of the universe, secrets of the occult, like hidden knowledge. And I feel like you might even have a gift for this, some type of intuitive gift for this. Maybe you're somebody who loves to research as well. So, someone very transformative. I feel like you help transform people's chaos. For some reason, Spirit is really giving me a sense of this. You make people feel, how do I put this? With the Ace of Cups card here, it's like someone can be in a lot of stress or a lot of like discord, if that's the right word. Sorry. And it's like you help them see the things that they're not seeing. You're somebody that makes them feel like the clouds are clearing. Maybe their mind was very clouded, and they love the fact that you're somebody that cuts away those clouds, somebody who makes solid judgments, somebody who's also very honest in their word. Maybe sometimes with this, some of you can hurt people's feelings, but they also trust what you have to say. They trust your thoughts, your opinions. They know that you're coming from this space of looking at things from a higher perspective or an outside perspective. Again, you give people that sense of clarity about you, about life. It makes people feel safe. Like the fact that you're so clear, or maybe it's not even that you necessarily always feel clear, but the way that you carry yourself outwardly and what you do with your actions and decisions and with all of it and the way it gets filtered out, I guess you could say, it really makes people see you as somebody who is, again, very clear, knows what's going on. I feel like you clear a lot of confusion, and that's something people admire about you. And there's that sense of stability in that manner. Like, they know what's real with you. Definitely. With the swords energy here, they know what is real with you. They know that you're going to be upfront and honest. They know that things are pure with you. It's like with the King of Swords and the Ace of Cups, it's the sense of washing away like the clouded water, this smoky water, or does that make sense? It's like you make them feel new, you make them feel cleansed, you help people feel more clear too. You also open up people's minds too. You expand people's minds. I feel like your mind is all about expansiveness, all about exploring this deep hidden knowledge as well for many of you. Strong, solid guiding force. Somebody who has strong boundaries, and people admire that about you, and they admire your thoughts. People really fall in love with your mind. Definitely your mind and your sense of clarity that you have radiating from you. Let me see what else I'm getting for you. Yeah, like I noticed that with the turtle here, it's starting to pop out to me, that you take your time to really think things through, and this turtle-like quality that you have, again, I'm really sensing that feeling of stability because of this. The fact that you have such an expanded mind, such a universal cerebral mind to you, and you take the time to see all the possibilities. and you take the time to really think things through from a higher perspective, no matter what is going on inside, whatever feelings you're feeling, you really look at things from a higher perspective. I'm also getting right now for someone who's watching this, you're very connected to your higher self. On a side note here, that's what Spirit's telling me. Very deep-minded, a very deep soul. Yeah, very deep thinker. And that's something that really lures people to you, makes people feel drawn to you. People respect the fact that you have strong boundaries and you don't do anything without thinking heavily about it first. And that's what makes it all the more what people love about you. That you really take your time, and I feel like you're in life, what Spirit's telling me right now is you're not afraid to take the time to get the things that you want or make the solid decision that you consider smart, I guess you could say. You take your time, just like the turtle. You weigh out all the outcomes, and you don't settle till you're not afraid to wait for something that you want and have the life you want because of this, even if it takes time. And people love the fact that you have that kind of patience and this solidity or this solid energy about you in this, the way that you can gather everything and really think through it and act on it. And with the sword, it's like you're very clear on that decision once it's made. And again, you cut away the confusion in people's lives. People feel clear. People feel more powerful with you too. Like you, I feel like people feel healthy around you in a way. Like people feel clear of all the negativity that was draining them, or you help people cut away negative attachments, negative connections with people because you give them that solid input. If they come to you for advice or just by being around you, even, I feel like you put other people's minds in a higher perspective. You make their life better in this way. You help bring that sense of balance between their emotions, like when they get too hectic and it's hard to make a decision. I feel like you wash that away for people. People feel more clear with you in your presence, in your words, in your seeing your actions. People feel like you're a solid figure in their life. Definitely. You're the person that people want to grow and build with. And it's like you're conquering an empire. You have both the empire, or the empress and the emperor card here. Both of them. You're somebody who wants a solid, steady future, most likely. And people see that, and it's like they feel safe around you for that steady quality that you have, that clear quality, that patient quality about you. And the fact, again, that it's like you're that solid force in their life. They look to you and they feel calm around you because of this, or you put them in a state of calm, or you, if they're overthinking something too, I'm getting like you're their voice of reason. People really fall for you because of this. The fact that you see truth, you have a good sense of truth, you follow truth, you speak truth, you have good judgment about people. You might get certain feelings about people, of their attention. You might even be very clear cognizant, which is the psychic gift of clear knowing. You might have a lot of informational downloads as well. But you have this very expansive mind, this cerebral mind that people can get lost in if you choose to speak about it. Yes, there's this clarity about you. People know where they stand with you. And again, they feel like they can rule an empire with you. There's a lot of emotional fulfillment here too. I'm feeling with these three. Oops, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Feeling with these three cards, with the Ace of Cups, the Empress, and the Emperor. There's this sense of, safety, emotional fulfillment. The fact that they can grow and build with you. I feel like there's a lot of, you may, for some of you, Spirit's saying, for someone watching this, you may be in a relationship where there's a lot of balance between you and this other person. And that's not going to be for everybody, but I feel like that's for someone watching this. Spirit wanted me to say that. You put people in a higher state of consciousness as well. You expand other people's minds. You make people feel like they're in a higher state of existence. You make people feel like they could conquer the world being by your side. They see you as somebody very strong, very powerful. They see you as somebody that could lead. And yes, there's a very strong sense of truth about you. With all the blue energy here, blue is affiliated with the throat chakra, and that can deal a lot with truth. Maybe you're somebody who also follows their own truth fiercely, and somebody who sees truth, knows truth, is truth, and that sense of clarity in this truth is what makes people fall for you. And this deep mind, this fascinating mind that you have, these strong boundaries that you have that make people respect you even more. The sense of patience, that sense of clarity. Alright, that's all I have for you, pile number 4. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, be sure to leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel if you are new. I love reading what you have to say. You can also click on the notification bell to stay up to date with any new content when it gets released. I hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by my video and for all of your support. I truly appreciate you all for watching, for all your comments, for all of the support that you give me. All right. Have a wonderful day, everyone.